このボクシングを盛り上げる、さらに発展していくための、大事な試合ではあるし、発展していくボクシングをやっぱりこれ以上人気をって考えたら、
Naoya Inoue's intense open workout shows his unmatched dominance and surgical focus ahead of the highly anticipated super fight, a chilling warning shot for Junto Nakatani. Inoue doesn't just beat opponents with power and speed, he beats them with elite fight IQ. The monster studies every movement, sets traps, controls distance, and breaks fighters down mentally, round by round.
Dropped by being recklessly aggressive. That was another reason why, believe it or not, I said it was going to go the distance, but because I knew that he's so smart, he's got a computer, and it would be in his head, it would be programmed in his head, that data, that I'm not going to walk into some. I'm not going to be overly aggressive. And sure enough, MJ was looking to counter. What did Inoue do? He feinted. He slowly made ground. He made the counterpuncher be aggressive where MJ didn't want to be aggressive.
He is putting himself through insane training ahead of the showdown with Junto Nakatani. Reports from camp say the monster is sharper, faster, and more focused than ever. Even an elite boxer like Roy Jones Jr. isn't refraining from giving credit to Inoue.
Another tornado brewing over there in the name of Inoue.
He just won.
That is a bad dude, you hear me? Say what they want. I know he way over there in Japan or whatever he is, but that is a bad dude. You understand me? They don't give him the credit because we don't see him that much. That dude right there, I think that dude really is pound number one. He just don't have a competition at that weight class to have that big fight to get it right now. And the United States don't know him because we don't have big fighters in his weight class over here that we know that good.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ring, his opponent, Junto Nakatani, is showing elite boxing skills in training camp as he prepares for the mega fight with Naoya Inoue. Sharp footwork, slick movement, devastating combinations, and elite sparring rounds. Nakatani looks like a fighter entering his prime at the perfect time.
Sparring club, Big Bang. We're in camp with Junto Nakatani.
Nakatani's power could be a real factor in this super fight, especially since Naoya Inoue has shown vulnerability before. While Inoue remains one of boxing's most dangerous champions, getting dropped in past fights proves he can be touched.
When Inoue has a challenge against Nakatani, people might be counting him out. Nakatani is a very dangerous fighter, man. His style is one of those tough, strong fighters that has tremendous power. It's going to be I think Nakatani's going to put up a great fight. He's got great power. Inoue's been dropped a couple times. I don't think the fighters that Inoue has been dropped are as good or have the power that Nakatani has. You know, Nakatani's a solid guy, man, and he's gonna put up a good fight. I still pick Inoue, yes, but it's gonna be a really good fight. I think that's gonna be a great fight. So I can't wait for that one. Also,
Nakatani can become the only fighter to beat Naoya Inoue. For him, this isn't just a title shot. It's a chance to stand alone as the one man who slayed the monster.
Because Nakatani is a tremendous fighter too, tremendous power puncher and all of that stuff. So for me, that's some fight that it has to happen. That's a fight that like a Mayweather Pacquiao when they were young. You know, that's the fight that everybody's gonna be looking forward to, especially for boxing fans.
About his upcoming fight, Nakatani said that his career is progressing very smoothly, and since he has been given this big stage to fight on, he wants to put on a good performance. He did not address the question about Inoue's recent knockdown.
The next fight is against the IBF current champion, so he really needs to, he's a really strong opponent, so he really needs to focus and prepare, just train every day at LA Boxing Gym.
He's gonna lock in, he looks locked in. Obviously, he looks tremendous in sparring and training. I spoke to Rudy. Rudy believes that right now he's in his apex, he's in his prime.
He thinks he's really doing well in his career right now, and he has to, or he's going for the unification. So yeah, he's just preparing for that belt right now.
Nakatani acknowledged that Inoue has the ability to come back even stronger after getting knocked down, and that he truly has to respect that and prepare for it as well. He also noted that Inoue is laser focused on the upcoming fight and may be just one fight away from facing the great monster.
There was like a small happening in the fight where he got down or knocked out, but you know, you can really see that how he can come back and be even stronger after he got knocked out, and he really has to respect that and prepare for that as well.
Obviously, he's lasered in, focused on the fight he has coming up.
So right now, he's just preparing for this fight and not thinking about the far future. So it's really like a stepping stone. So right now, he's all in on this IBF fight.
He's not even thinking about it.
Yeah, he's not thinking about it. And then if everything goes smoothly, it'll be no problem.
Anyway, but now it was like this. Max Kellerman sees shades of Tyson Holyfield where the underdog is being slept on. At the same time, Malik Scott insists Nakatani isn't that big of an underdog skill-wise, arguing he faced the tougher opposition in Picasso and looked better than people remember.
Inoue looked better than Nakatani last time out. Nakatani really struggled. Inoue would be the favorite anyway, but Malik, could there be shades of Tyson Holyfield here where the underdog is being slept on?
I agree with a lot of you said, Max, but what I'm really not big on is I just don't see Junto as that big of an underdog. Numbers wise, he may be, but skill wise. And you said something else that went to my mind, that both of their last times out, Inoue looked more impressive. But if we're talking about who fought the better opposition, I would say Nakatani fought the tougher guy.
According to those who know the sport best, Mike Coppinger was ringside for Inoue's last two fights and saw him battle through a tough Mexican pressure style at 122 pounds. Now, as the Tokyo Dome Superfight approaches, Coppinger insists that his gritty performance left him more encouraged than concerned for Inoue. This isn't just another title defense, it's a chance to prove the monster only gets stronger when tested.
He's a future Hall of Famer, first ballot, he's an all-time great, so he deserves that respect. And I was ringside on the call for those two fights in December in Riyadh. And like Malik said, that was a really tough style. Nakatani, Sebastian Hernandez, pressure style, Mexican, first fight at 122. So to me, I felt more encouraged going into this fight instead of less. And I just think maybe it's flying under the radar because it's going to be on very early morning in the US, this fight's in Japan. Just this morning they announced, Max, this is a sold-out fight at the Tokyo Dome. They're gonna have 55,000 plus.
Unsurprising. This is the biggest fight in Japanese history between two, elite Japanese fighters.
Furthermore, Coppinger sees a clear path forward for Naoya Inoue beyond the Nakatani Superfight, insisting that Bam Rodriguez moving up to 118 in June is the fight he wants next above all others. For Inoue, this isn't just one fight, it's the gateway to either a Japanese legacy rematch or a pound-for-pound collision with the only other young monster in the sport.
For me to imagine a rematch, whatever happens, if Nakatani wins, because Inoue is a bigger star, is a bigger commercial kind of property. But let's say Inoue, it's a really good fight, as you guys think it'll be, but it doesn't cross over to the kind of fight that's amazing that demands a rematch and Inoue wins. Who would you then most like to see him face next, Mike? Is it let's hold on. Let's just say, is it anyone other than either Bam moving up or Inoue moving up to fight Espinoza?
No, that's it. Those are the two options, Max. And I want to see Bam first before Inoue moves up. We have Bam moving up to 118 in June for the first time.
Let's bring in the voices that matter. Heavyweight legend Mike Tyson has delivered a stunning endorsement of Naoya Inoue, praising his relentless viciousness and declaring that the Japanese superstar stands alone at the top of the pound-for-pound rankings. Tyson made it clear that Inoue's combination of power and precision separates him from every other elite fighter in the sport today. For a man who once ruled the heavyweight division with his own brand of terror, this kind of praise carries unmatched weight.
Do you think he's the best pound for pound, or the winner of this fight is going to be the best fighter in the world?
Japanese fighters the best fighters. My opinion on it, I'm nobody, but I think he's the best fighter.
And the breakdowns keep coming. Professional boxer Bruce Carrington has studied fight footage closely and recognizes that style plays a huge part. Nakatani has faced pressure fighters before, but Inoue is a kind of problem. Now, as the super fight approaches, Carrington insists that Nakatani has huge holes on the inside, not minor ones, because he feels deeply uncomfortable when opponents get tight and close. If Inoue uses his height disadvantage to close the distance and rip combinations, Nakatani could get put out by shots he should easily see coming.
The style definitely plays a part, because the guy's style that Nakatani fought is not like Inoue. Like, Inoue is not gonna be no pressure fighter, you know, but I will say Inoue has a better inside game than Nakatani. Like, in the inside is where Nakatani has huge holes. It's not like minor holes. He has huge holes, bro, in his game. And he wants to create space all the time. Like, he feels very uncomfortable when you're uptight, you know, close with him. So if Inoue could use his height disadvantage to his, you know, advantage, I feel like he can definitely, you know, get some nice combinations in there and, you know, put Nakatani out. Because Nakatani was getting hit with some big shots from the inside.
But don't count out Nakatani just yet. Carrington has broken down both fighters' recent performances and now believes Naoya Inoue's inside game exposes huge holes in Nakatani's defense, so big that shots Nakatani should easily avoid have been landing clean. Carrington admits Inoue can be overzealous and get caught coming in, but after watching Nakatani's last fight, he's convinced that Inoue has the biggest pros and could actually stop him. For Nakatani, this isn't just a super fight, it's a style clash that could unravel every weakness he's been hiding.
Be super sharp to get out of the way from. Nakatani's still a problem though, and we've seen Inoue get knocked down by him being like getting overzealous, just jumping in and getting caught with certain shots. Luis Neri, who's southpaw, caught him with a good shot coming in. So Nakatani can line him up. He has great timing, you know. So there are some pros and cons, you know, some disadvantages and advantages for both fighters. But I think in a way he has them, like, out of all of them, he has the biggest pros. And I think he could mess around and stop Nakatani.
But let's add another layer to this. Former boxing champion Tim Bradley just labeled Naoya Inoue a scary fighter and is now predicting a brutal, all-out war in the highly anticipated clash between the two Japanese competitors. Bradley isn't simply offering praise, he's flat out calling Inoue a monster, breaking down exactly why his blinding hand speed makes him such a terrifying presence in the ring. The former champion went even further, comparing Inoue's explosive skill set directly to Manny Pacquiao, saying he hasn't seen that kind of speed and power since the Filipino legend was in his prime.
You know, this is the difference between, you know, a guy like Schofield who's explosive and athletic just like damn Inoue. Explosive, athletic as hell, has that ability, creative as shit, but he has more structure to his game. That's the difference, people. He has an educated jab. He understands distance, right? Pick low, pick high. Like, he has different setups that he uses to land his offense in disguise. In the boxing ring, you have to learn to be a liar. You have to be a liar. Period.
Bradley, who fought Pacquiao 3 times, has stressed that Inoue's precision and accuracy make him even more technical than the 8-division world champion. With that kind of endorsement from a man who has shared the ring with both, Inoue's path to victory seems clearer than ever. For the Japanese superstar, this isn't just another title defense, it's the night he proves that the comparisons to an all-time great are not just hype, but a terrifying reality.
That's why he the damn monster. That dude is scary. You put the quickness on top of that, the in and out footwork. Oh, he'll pounce in on your ass his attacking speed is on another level. It's like Manny Pacquiao. What was so hard about Manny Pacquiao? His attacking speed, T. That's what was hard about fighting Manny Pacquiao. You sitting there coiled, waiting on this motherfucker, and you're waiting. You're coiled up, like, when is he gonna strike? When is he gonna strike? And then boom, quick. You can't even anticipate.
Bob Arum has raised the stakes, declaring Inoue versus Nakatani the biggest fight in Japanese boxing history. The legendary promoter told The Ring that many believe Nakatani can actually beat Inoue, calling it a real fight on par with Canelo versus Crawford. Arum insists this all-Japanese collision eclipses even the sport's biggest global attractions. For a man who made Ali Frazier, that's not hype, it's history.
There's a lot of big fights. I mean, I think the biggest fight, if Inoue keeps winning, matching him with Nakatani in the Tokyo Dome, we could sell out the Tokyo Dome 5 times over. I mean, that's a huge, huge fight. But there are a lot of really good fights that are going to be made.
Now here's something that changes the conversation. Nakatani made it clear that fighting Naoya Inoue is necessary if he wants to prove he is the strongest fighter in the super bantamweight division. He acknowledged that this matchup is something many people are hoping to see, and that public desire actually fuels his motivation to keep pushing forward. Nakatani also showed respect for Inoue's resilience, noting that after getting knocked down in his last fight, Inoue came back even stronger, something he has to prepare for carefully.
楽になったので、そこら辺ではすごくいいパフォーマンスが出せるかなっていうふうに思ってるのと、あとはまだもう少し体をしっかり作り上げていく必要があるなっていう感覚があります。スーパーバンタム級で最強であるっていうことを証明するために、井上尚弥選手と戦うことは必要だなっていうふうには思ってますね。
Naoya Inoue possesses terrifying speed and deadly punching power. Every punch is thrown with explosive precision, carrying the kind of force that can break through defenses and change a fight instantly. His combinations arrive in flashes, and each shot has the potential to leave lasting damage. It's this rare mix of speed, accuracy, and knockout power that makes him one of the most feared fighters in boxing today.
Noble, just tell him to mind the cones.
Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani is now just a few weeks away, and the tension is building fast. Two undefeated monsters, elite skill, knockout power, and national pride on the line. This isn't just another title fight. This could be one of the biggest boxing matchups Japan has ever seen. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe to stay locked in for all the build-up, weigh-in drama, and post-fight reaction. Drop your prediction in the comments below. Inoue by knockout or Nakatani in the upset of the decade. Until next time, keep your hands up and your eyes on the prize.